What's the haps? I'm John, aka Moroka, and welcome to the Spiral Knights patch notes. It is update day here in Haven, and there's news. News is afoot. What do we have? We have cleaned up the texture on the stranger hats. It's an important update. It's needed that for a long time. That's exactly what this game has been crying out for. Everybody who wears a stranger hat, you can rejoice. Your hat is no longer dirty. It has been cleaned up. That's, I guess, all we've got today. So, alright, I'll see you next time. No, I jest. Things are happening. This guy is here for a start. Let's chat to him. Recon. Here's a recon. He says, Spiral HQ has us investigating reports that pieces of fallen Tortodrones and clusters of dark matter are appearing all over the clockworks. Cora believes the fiends are up to something. There is evidence they played a hand in the disappearance of the Tortodrones. What did you find? Tucked away inside a mysterious garden, we found a strange portal that HQ is calling a Grim Gate. From what we were able to decode, you'll need a key of sorts to open it. Spiral HQ thinks the glyphs we spotted the fiends carrying might have something to do with opening the gate. Thanks for the tip. I'll track down those glyphs. So yes, you already knew this, but the Tortodrones are back. The March of the Tortodrones is upon us once more. The Prestige mission here, the March of the Tortodrones, replayable, which does tell you that you can do this as many times in one day as you so wish. It is there for you to do over and over and over and over and over again. And it will be tomorrow as well, and will remain so until the end of the promo. That is not entirely unlimited, just insofar as you do need a key to get into it. As they say, you're not going to be able to just straight up run the mission over and over again. You're going to have to go into the clockworks or missions or wherever, anywhere that's got fiends, and you're going to need to kill a lot of fiends, and you're going to get these materials. Head down the list, somewhere in the 3-star we have these. Fiendish Amu, Noxol, Tor, and Glyphs. And you'll need to craft 5 of each of those, plus 10,000 crowns together at the crazy purple alchemy machine, which used to be stood over here by Court, but for some reason, because everyone needs it now, because there's a promo on, they've decided to move it. Congratulations, well done, 3 rings, good decision there. You're now going to have to head up to the arcade to do that, so we'll head up there and have a look at what's on offer there. So if you head up there, you can craft the tokens, and that token will get... It's 1 token between the entire party, so 1 token will get 4 people into 1 run through the boss. In the boss fight, there is no content before it, there is literally just an arena with the boss in. There are 2 bosses, and a bunch of continually respawning fiends, which are going to throw furniture at you, as they tend to do. So if you kill each of those bosses, they will drop 1 to 3 ancient shells each, and those are going to be the tokens we're going to be using to make the cool stuff in this promo. So, this is kind of interesting insofar as it's not been that long, relatively speaking in Spiral Knights terms, since the last Tortodrones promo. The last one was back in March. When you consider how long it normally takes between the Cataclysmic Confrontation and the Apocrypha missions, insofar as we've seen them so far, this has come around quite quick. It's, you know, like less than 4 months. So, it's pretty fast. At any rate... Especially as it's supposed to be a migration, so you'd expect it to be every 6 months, but hey-ho. At any rate, we have these, the Fiendish ID cards, as I say, 5 of each of the glyphs, plus 10,000 crowns. There you go, there you can make 1 ID card that will get you in. What can you make with those? Well, last time around we had these shields. They came in 4 different flavours. They start at the base. You craft them for starters in their 3-star format, and you'll upgrade them all the way to 5-star, and they come in... They're all very, very similar. They are big, giant, super health things that are slow and stompy. They've got a cool animation. I guess I won't be able to show you that in Haven, but chances are you've seen those around because a lot of people like to show them off. They've got the big holographic Tortodrone kind of thing around you and a big crash and a stomp whenever someone shield bashes with them. And they've all got movement speed decrease low, which makes them not the most amazingly practical of shields, but they are pretty cool to use. So you've got the Gorgomega as your shadow, the Grand Tortoise is a normal one, we have Omega Ward if you want elemental, and Savage Tortoise for piercing, and I own a couple of those myself. But this time around there is more. We have handguns this time, which is kind of cool and interesting, given that we are, if rumours are to be believed, we have the gunner update imminent, which is kind of odd for them to add another 4 guns shortly before that, but there you go. At any rate, we have them in the same 4 flavours, the same 4 flavors that everything is in Spiral Knights, to be fair. We have shadow weapons, we have elemental weapons, we have normal, and we have piercing, so take your pick on which one you like. I haven't seen any in action at this point. I would be incredibly surprised if there were many of them in the wild at this point, so it's going to be a little while before people are actually able to craft these up to the full standard. Give it a couple days, people will be working on them, myself included. So again, you'll start out crafting them at 3-star, and they will go all the way up to Gorgo Fist, Grand Torto Fist, Omega Torto Fist, and the Savage Torto Fist. And you are going to need, as I say, ancient shells to craft those. So if we head down to 3, have a look at 3 again. So they are going to take a 6, as well as your orbs and your money and your standard crafting materials, your 1-star, 2-star, 3-star bits to make the 3-star level. Were there any 3-star bits? I don't know my crafting recipes as well as I should. At any rate, it requires your standard materials that you probably have hundreds, if not thousands of, because most people do. But there you go. You've got your standard materials, you've got orbs, and you've got 6 ancient shells. To get it to 4-star, you're going to need your standard materials, 3 elite orbs, another chunk of money, and 10 shells. And then to get it up to the 5-star level, you're going to need all of the above again, you know, materials, eternal orb, money, and 12 shells. So that's going to make, to get an item to 5-star standard, that's going to take a grand total of 28 shells. Which means if you want all four of the items from a set, that's going to be 112 shells. If you want all 4 guns and all 4 shields because you didn't get any last time around, or maybe you weren't playing the game last time around, or what have you, at any rate, that's going to take you 224 shells. As I say, you fight 2 Tortodrones at a time, and they each drop between 1 and 3 shells. So good luck and happy farming on that one. That's going to be, got your work cut out on you if you want all 8, I suspect. So it might be more worth your while analysing the gaps in your arsenal and trying to figure out which one would benefit you best. For me, personally speaking, I think I'd be looking at the piercing gun just because I lack piercing guns. I'm pretty okay on the shadow and elemental front. And I can't see much point in having a normal one. So you got that. At any rate, there is a little bit more. We have a little more. If we go to the Energy Depot and go to the Purchase tab, we have new promos. We have Serene and Calming here. We've got the Ancient Prize boxes, which gives you the Tortodrone armor and accessories, which you can see above, which is just kind of it's got this rocky, mossy kind of thing. It looks like it's armor that's been sort of hewn from ancient ruins, and they've been sitting there growing moss and flowers for ages. And they're kind of cool. I like that. I like the moss growing on them. And as you can see with the tailed helm, the tail, as it were, is a little bit fluffier than the normal one, which I kind of like. I do own that one myself because it's a nice little item. There's also the aura, which is the aggro aura, if I recall correctly, which I think that one makes you slightly red and glowy or something. I'm not sure. I'll have to double check that one. At any rate, you've got the pistons on the back that you can see on the knight on the right. He's got those can be worn in the wings slot, basically. And we also have Almirian Citadel. We've got an entirely different set of prize boxes, this time pretty much entirely dedicated to furniture. If you ever wanted your guild hall to look a lot like Firestorm Citadel, well, now is your opportunity. You can buy furniture bits from Almire. You can buy carpets and banners and chairs and what have you. You can even get these sprites, although they are the rarity in this box at the 1% drop chance. And you can get them. Both of these boxes are available, I believe, for the standard price that they've been doing with the recent promos, which is to say you can get 1 box for $5, you can get 5 boxes for $20, and you can get 14 boxes for $50, and I imagine that would very much apply to the ancient ones as well. If we check that, yes. They appear to be running under the same deal. So those two are available as well. So on top of that, there's one last thing, which is to say that whilst this promo is around, you will also find things that are a little bit more interesting in the arcade. If you delve down into the arcade and you find... you will start to find new rooms. There will be scenario rooms in there that you hadn't seen before. Scenario rooms being the occasional, the rare, special rooms that you'll find where you might have someone to talk to, or there'll be just special things going on. And in this case, well, there are things now relating to the Tortodrones, and you'll find extra arenas and things in there which will reward you with extra glyphs that you need to make the ID card, so they're always worth participating in, so that's a good thing as well. So that should just about do it for March of the Tortodrones. Thank you very much for watching. I have been Moroka, and I'll see you next time.